of Easter. We are here on Easter Sunday. I have our final egg. Somebody has written up here on the board, Happy Easter, to remind us of how excited we are. But if we're going to figure out why we're so excited, Miss Sarah probably needs to read the passage for us.
This is the best part of the whole thing. Here we go. This is going to be in John 20, 11 through something, 18. But Mary stood outside the tomb, crying. As she was crying, she stooped to look into the tomb. She saw two angels in there, while white sitting where Jesus' body had been, lying one at the head and the other at the feet. They said to her, "Woman, why are you crying?" "Because they've taken away my Lord," she told them, "and I don't know where they've put him." Having said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know it was Jesus. "Woman," Jesus said, "why are you crying? Who is it that you're seeking?" Supposing he was the gardener, she replied, "Sir, if you carried him away, tell me where you've put him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." Turning around, she said to him in Aramaic, "Rabboni," which means teacher. "Don't cling to me," Jesus told her, "since I have not yet ascended to the Father. But go to my brothers and tell them I am ascending to my Father and your Father, and to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went in and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and she told them what he had said to her.
That is a pretty exciting.
This is really exciting. This is big stuff.
It is big stuff. So you told me that you really love the portion where it's Mary goes and she doesn't recognize Jesus until he says, "Mary." So what is it about that part that's just so exciting for you?
I love it because in the Bible it says that the sheep hear my voice and they respond to it. So even though she's talking with him and having this conversation with him, she doesn't recognize it's him until he says her name and says Mary, reminding her, this is me, this is who I am. I love it. It's so sweet.
All right, good. So here we are. We're to the last egg of the Easter. We had the donkey, the triumphal entry, the start of what's considered Holy Week, the last week of Jesus' life. Then we remembered that he was betrayed by Judas for 30 pieces of silver, which set in a chain reaction a whole lot of things. We had the Last Supper where Jesus says, "This is the blood of the new covenant shed for you. Do this in remembrance of me." He goes to the garden and he prays. He is then arrested and whipped and crucified, a crown of thorns put on his
I
head.
think you missed the turkey. The chicken, the rooster.
It's not a turkey, it's a
Sorry,
chicken.
it's a rooster.
Because the rooster crowed and Peter denied Jesus. We can't forget that. He was crucified. After he was dead, they shoved a spear in his side just to make sure. He was wrapped in about 75 pounds worth of linen and oils and myrrhs and all that other stuff. And then the tomb was rolled away, and now we get to see what in the world is in this final egg. There's nothing in here.
There is nothing in there.
I don't think that's a magic trick. I think I understand.
You want to tell
The
us?
tomb was empty.
You're right.
Jesus was raised from the dead, and it's white, representing Jesus' purity. Because Jesus' sacrifice, because he was a pure sacrifice, takes the place of your sins and my sins so we can have a relationship with God. Wow. Well, that concludes the 12 days of Easter, the 12 eggs of Easter. I hope you have enjoyed it. Have a wonderful Easter, and never forget that Jesus died for you and for me.